All right, what's going on, y'all? Yeah, I just thought I'd take a little break here. I'm over here chilling, relaxing. A lot of shit going on my mind. I'm sorry for the expression there, but yeah, I'm gonna have to go back out east to got a death in the family, and it ain't really, you know what I'm saying. Nothing that gonna stop a brother or anything, because you have to live and you gotta, continue our work and things like that, and stay, keep up the faith and all that. But look at all the stuff that's going on, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, with all these government layoffs or whatever, okay, and these damn tariffs and things like that. I think it's probably got to where that some things that have to change with this new administration that we have, okay, or some things have to be reevaluated. I get all that, okay. I got to tell you, the man said, he did say he was going to do what he set out to do. So we have to respect that. But I think that some of the things that he's doing is kind of like, without any type of, surgical intent. And I think that some of this stuff that he's doing needs to kind of be smoothed over a little bit. Okay, let's take the tariffs. It said today that President Trump, the Trump administration, wants to put another 50% tariff on China, okay, to make it a 100% tariff, okay? And what it is, I know that the government is pissed off because we get three times as much stuff from China. When I checked here a few years ago, and I remember doing a video about it, we buy $600 billion of stuff from China every year, where it's like $200 billion that they buy from us. Probably what, 78 years ago, we were the largest deporter, and now we're the largest importer, okay? We were the largest back then, the largest lender, and now we're the largest borrower in what, 70, 80 years, But one thing they're not telling you, and I be trying to keep up with, economics and things like that, and I think they be shadow banning the channels that I'm listening to. Peter Schiff, this other guy, Asian cat though, Clear Value Tax, and Dr. Boyce, that I think that, for example, the tariffs, I think that they are doing things that are unconstitutional, but President Trump can get away with it from it's supposed to be some type of Enemies Act that was made, okay, I guess from, they're not allied countries, they're Axis countries, where they can put more tariffs on them. Well, I think some of that has to do with because they still do trade during the wartime, but it was supposed to have been done during the wartime to enemies, to the Axis countries, if they're not affiliated with the allied countries and things like that. Okay, that might have been something that may have worked in the late 1800s because they didn't have the IRS or any debt or anything like that like we do now. But in this day, I don't think that the tariffs is going to really work. Okay, the tariffs back in like the late 18, let me see here. The latter in the late 1800s was made against companies from the West to pay for the Civil War and all the damages and things like that, all the ammunition and equipment and things like that. All right, before the IRS was put together to come out with an income tax. Okay, and then in the early 1900s, the IRS came out with it. The IRS or whatever, and then they started charging I believe like a 4% tax, and then after the Second World War, then it started going up gradually to where it is, right now, where everybody making money and things like that. You understand? But the tariffs was put together because they didn't have an income tax, and actually that's unconstitutional, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, this is something that actually the Congress, okay, should be trying to pass. If you listen to this, whether you like me or not, you guys need to be trying to put pressure on your representatives and Congress and things like that, okay, to either try to fight to either get these tariffs off or cap one of the two, okay, or both at a certain point or whatever, because of the economy, with things already going up as much as it is now, everything's already high, jobs ain't paying enough, and that kind of thing, okay? So, we got a trade war right now, which is basically a war. Where I'm not really too keen of that right now. We don't know how things are going to go for at least for the next couple of months. We don't know how long this is going to last, and doesn't look like Trump is going to back down. It's going to have to take some other type of action for trade reform. Now, I think they're letting us know, let's say if that does pass, I think that they letting us know that they want to raise things up, okay? Because basically our economy and the dollar is tanking and things like that. So things are going to already go up anyway. So that's something that you need to know. And I don't think it's something, again, that's benefiting the people, but it's probably going to benefit wealthy people and that's probably a good idea to bring more businesses here to the U.S. and they're going to have to go through pain. But I just think, again, things need to be more surgical, and it needs to be a slower process, and things are going to need to be capped to at a certain point. So I'm not agreeing with this at all. Tariffs and income tax and then payroll tax, those are unconstitutional. And that's what this discussion is here about today. But, living in America, only in America, but look, don't let it get you down, y'all, all right? You guys need to do things in bulk. I hope you guys already stocked up. They've been telling y'all about this for the last 5 years, many podcasters and things like that, many conservatives, and start relying on the buddy system if you need to, or commune system. That's what family is for, But it's really, really frustrating, So I hope that a change will be made. And the bad thing about it is the stock market ended up going up. And I think that some of this is strategically done to tank the stock market so it can make the stocks cheap. They went down, what I understand, about 1,800 points. Now it's going up because the stocks, went down 25%. So let's say if you had a stock $100, it goes down to $70, $75, and people start buying stock, and now it's going back up. So I'm pretty sure that has something to do with that as well. Okay, where all plays in part of. And also to get the interest rates down, which they've already said they're not going to do until middle of June, something like that. So something's got to give at some point, y'all. All right. But these lessons like that, it teaches you how to survive and try to, in any economy, at least keep things the same. All right, so that'll be it for right now. We're going to have more videos and things like that. Y'all try to have a good day. Hey, y'all stay prayed up. Take good care of yourselves, your health. Your health is your wealth. And let me know what you think about the video. Cash App $Winston Spivey if you want to donate.